Have you ever noticed how the gap between the rich and the poor is becoming more evident? While the wealthiest continue to increase their fortunes, many people are struggling to secure basic necessities like food and healthcare. But why does this happen? Is it just a matter of luck? The truth is that the rich and the poor have completely different ways of dealing with time, resources, and even how they view life. These habits directly shape their financial outcomes. In today's video, we will explore 7 habits that distinguish these two realities and show how these practices can profoundly impact your financial life and worldview. In this video, I will show you 7 habits that people in poverty tend to have differently compared to the rich, and how these practices influence their financial results and perceptions of the world. First point, people in poverty tend to spend a large part of their time consuming media, sometimes as a way to escape daily challenges. One of the biggest differences between the lives of the rich and the poor is how they use their free and productive time. Those who face financial struggles often spend many hours on activities that don't bring practical results, such as spending the day scrolling through social media, watching TV, or following dramas and series. While most indulge in passive entertainment, the rich take a more active approach, seeking to create the content that will be consumed, whether through business, audiovisual production, or other forms of communication. Instead of just watching TV, for example, they think about how they can become the protagonists of that same screen. While it's tempting to keep up with the latest celebrity gossip, viral videos, or social media trends, this rarely brings long-term benefits. Instead, it ends up enriching the large media corporations even more. This doesn't mean that all media is harmful. Some can bring learning, improve skills, or even make daily life easier. It's perfectly acceptable to watch YouTube videos or TV shows to relax, recharge, and disconnect a bit from worries. However, if you find yourself constantly glued to the screen, whether it's the TV, phone, or computer, it might be a sign that you are trying to escape from an uncomfortable or unsatisfying reality. Television and social media often become a mental escape, offering temporary relief. The problem arises when this habit takes up so much time that it prevents personal growth and the achievement of goals. While many consume entertainment, successful people are focused on improving their skills, reaching their ambitions, and solving problems before allowing themselves leisure time. They understand that success and personal fulfillment come before rest. So if there are a few hours left after hard work, then they can enjoy some balanced fun. And remember, entertainment in small doses can be healthy, but for those who seek more out of life, it should never be a constant escape from reality. Second point, the poor tend to use their time to consume, while the rich dedicate their time to creating and producing. The role of money in the lives of the rich and the poor is fundamentally different, shaping their attitudes and behaviors toward work and wealth. The rich generally see money as a powerful tool to grow their fortune, while the poor often use it to survive or satisfy immediate desires. Reflect on this. People with fewer resources need to work to support their lives and buy products and services created by others. This dynamic creates a cycle in which the poor remain consumers of goods rather than creators or producers. Individuals with lower purchasing power often work hard to buy what they want, such as branded sneakers, a modern TV, the latest smartphone, or to make improvements to their homes or cars. However, they often don't have the time or resources to start their own businesses, create products, or offer services that others would want. On the other hand, the rich spend most of their time creating new opportunities, businesses, or experiences that can be sold or enjoyed by others. They know that the real value lies in creating something that has an impact on the world, whether through products, services, or innovation. Think of the actors starring in the TV shows you watch, or the YouTubers who produce the videos you consume. They are not just consumers, but creators, dominating the space they're in. Successful entrepreneurs develop products and services that others want to buy, investing their time in innovation and creation. What often distinguishes the rich from the poor is this creator mentality. The most interesting thing is that everyone has the potential to adopt this mindset, regardless of their current financial situation. Ask yourself, what can you start creating today, even on a small scale? If you're enjoying this content so far, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. I'm preparing a series of videos that will transform your financial life, and you won't want to miss it. Third point, the poor spend a lot of time trying to save small amounts of money, while the rich focus on activities that generate greater value. A common trait among people with fewer financial resources is the time they spend saving small amounts. While saving money is extremely positive and necessary, it's important to consider how much time and effort you're putting into this task. For example, have you ever seen someone spend an entire day, about 7 or 8 hours, trying to save 37 Rs at the supermarket? That results in a gain of approximately 4 Rs and 60 centavos per hour. Now imagine if that person had invested their time in something that could generate a much higher return. Many people spend hours on manual and simple tasks, like mowing their own lawn, to save small amounts of money, like 20 reais. They fail to see that this time could be better spent on activities that generate more value, such as studying, improving a skill, or finding ways to increase their income. People with less money tend to spend a lot of time on low financial return tasks. The rich, however, understand that paying someone to do these tasks, or spending a little more money to save time, allows them to focus on activities that will bring greater financial returns in the future. The rich have a different mindset. Why do a job that pays 10 Rs an hour when I can focus on something that brings me 1,000 Rs an hour? This thinking highlights the importance of using time more wisely and strategically. For the rich, time is an extremely valuable resource, and they only dedicate themselves to activities that will yield significant returns for the time invested. While money can be recovered, time cannot. And this understanding leads them to maximize every minute of their lives. Fourth point, the poor tend to save money without moving it, while the rich prefer to invest to make their money grow. To be clear, saving money remains an important and highly recommended practice. It's always a good idea to set aside part of your income for emergencies and future needs. However, the crucial difference between the rich and the poor lies in how they treat their savings. Many save money for future purchases or simply let it sit in a bank account without any productive purpose. Idle money, over time, loses value due to inflation. Imagine the following scenario. You receive 1 million reais as an inheritance from a distant relative. Initially, you're thrilled to have received such a large sum of money, but there's a condition. You can't use it, you can only let it sit. With this restriction, would that money really have value for you? Probably not, because it wouldn't be used for any specific purpose and wouldn't contribute to your financial growth. Saving money without a clear objective, just to let it sit idle, doesn't generate wealth. And in fact, the money loses value over time due to inflation. And what do the rich do differently? They make their money work for them. Instead of letting savings sit idle, the rich invest in businesses, stocks, real estate, or other forms of investment that grow their money over time. This concept of making your money work for you is one of the keys to increasing wealth. While saving is important, smart investing is even more essential. Many might think, but I'm afraid of losing my money by investing. This fear is natural. But the best investment you can make is in yourself, gaining knowledge. Investing in your financial education to learn how to handle money is one of the most valuable investments with the highest long-term returns. I'd like to emphasize that I deeply believe in the importance of saving, but also in investing, because that's what turns small savings into large fortunes. Fifth point, Most people have only one source of income, while the rich have multiple. Most people rely on a single source of income, usually the salary from a formal job. This can create a high level of insecurity and anxiety, as losing that single source of income could mean a financial crisis. The rich, however, diversify their income sources, creating multiple ways to earn money simultaneously. This difference between the rich and the poor is significant. Many people are extremely worried about the possibility of losing their jobs because that's where all their livelihood comes from. They fear losing their financial stability because they don't have other ways to generate income if that happens. However, when you cultivate multiple sources of income, this fear decreases because even if one way of making money isn't working, you still have other options. By building multiple sources of income, people can face tough times with much more peace of mind and recover financially faster. This brings a sense of security and peace of mind, as they know they are prepared for the unexpected. And you, what can you do today to start creating new sources of income? It could be something simple, like starting a small side business or investing in something that will bring financial returns over time. Sixth point, the poor often use credit to buy things, while the rich use credit to leverage large investments. One thing that few people think about is how credit is used very differently by the rich and the poor. Often, people with fewer resources are afraid of credit cards because they worry about accumulating debts they won't be able to pay. The rich, however, see credit as a powerful tool to leverage large investments and grow their wealth. The poor usually use credit to buy things they can't afford right away, like electronics, clothes, or even food. However, the rich use credit strategically to acquire high-value assets like real estate or stocks. For example, they might buy a property by making a 10% down payment and financing the rest. This way, they can leverage a 300,000 reais asset with only 30,000 reais invested. This is the principle of using other people's money to increase their own wealth. Seventh point. Most people plan to retire at 65, while the rich aim for financial independence as early as possible. Most people, especially those with lower incomes, dream of the day they can retire and live peacefully after working for 40 or 45 years. They see retirement as the time when they can finally rest without the daily concerns of work. However, this dream doesn't always materialize as expected due to various factors like economic instability, health issues, or poor financial management. The rich, on the other hand, don't focus on traditional retirement. Instead, they aim to achieve financial independence as quickly as possible. Financial independence means accumulating enough assets to sustain their lifestyle without needing to continue working actively. This way, the rich can retire earlier if they want, or continue growing their wealth without relying on a traditional job. Think about the differences between the rich and the poor regarding money. These differences often lie in the rules they follow. The rich have a set of financial principles that guide their decisions, while the poor often don't know or don't apply these rules. Now let's talk about 5 essential rules that almost all wealthy and successful people follow to achieve success and how you can start applying them in your life. Let's go. First rule, don't be ashamed of wanting to be rich. Many people were raised with the idea that talking about money or wanting to be rich is wrong or uncomfortable. But honestly, what's wrong with desiring financial success? If most people spend their lives working hard to earn money, why would it be a problem to want more of it? Rich people are not ashamed of desiring prosperity. They know exactly what they want and pursue their financial goals without feeling guilty about it. They see money as a tool to achieve freedom and create a positive impact in the world. Second rule, promote something that has value and meaning. A big difference between the rich and the average person is how they approach self-promotion and selling their ideas. While many people feel uncomfortable talking about themselves and what they have to offer, the rich don't have that problem. They understand that to be successful, it's necessary to promote their ideas, products, and services strategically. Think of something you can create that can change people's lives or make the world a better place. An invention, a technology, a piece of art, or even an inspiring story. We all have skills and experiences that can profoundly impact other people's lives, but often it's those who openly talk about their ideas and promote their products who truly leave a mark on the world. Think about this. You could be an extremely talented artist, but if no one knows about your work, it will remain hidden and won't have the impact it could. Similarly, your life story could inspire and motivate many people, but if you don't share that story, it will remain a secret. If you still have doubts about the importance of self-promotion, think of it this way. There are people in the world who could benefit from your skills, ideas, and experiences. If you don't talk about what you have to offer, you're missing the opportunity to help these people and make a real difference in their lives. Third rule: the rich make decisions quickly and change their minds slowly. Have you ever been in a situation where you're in line waiting to order, and the person in front of you simply can't decide what to order? This is an example of indecision, and one of the main differences between successful people and most others is how they make decisions. Most people take a long time to decide, and even after choosing, they often change their minds quickly. This happens because many are afraid of making the wrong decision or feel insecure about their choices. Rich and successful people, on the other hand, make decisions quickly and firmly and stick to those choices until there is a very strong reason to change their minds. They know that time lost in indecision can be costly. While many people waste time overthinking their options, the rich act with determination. They choose the best option available at the moment and move forward, making adjustments as necessary, but without wasting time on regrets. Fourth rule: start acting even if the plan isn't perfect yet. How many times have you had an incredible idea, planned everything down to the smallest detail, but in the end, never put it into practice? This is common for many people. They get so caught up in the idea that everything needs to be perfect before starting that they end up never acting. This is what separates successful people from those who stay stuck in planning. The rich understand that it's better to start now and adjust the course as they go, rather than wait for a perfect plan that may never materialize. Think about it. If Steve Jobs had waited until the iPhone was perfect before launching it, we might never have had this technology in our hands today. They launched the product, observed how the market reacted, and from that, improved the iPhone with each new version. Similarly, when you start a new project, business, or habit, what happens in practice is almost always different from what you initially imagined. This means that the perfect plan you had in your head may no longer be useful once you start putting things into action. That's why it's much more efficient to start acting, make mistakes, correct them, and adjust as you learn and move forward. This mindset is essential to avoid the trap of perfectionism, which often paralyzes people. Here are some ways to start adopting this rule. First, commit fully to your goal. Know exactly what you want to achieve, but be willing to adjust the plan as necessary. Don't get too attached to the how you're going to do it, but focus more on the what you want to achieve. Accept feedback and use it to continually improve. Remember Reid Hoffman's quote, "If you're not a little embarrassed by the first version of your product, you probably launched it too late." So what can you do this week to take the first step toward your next project or dream? Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Create it. Fifth rule: prioritize taking care of yourself above all else. One thing that all successful and wealthy people have in common is that they understand their success and wealth come first from who they are as individuals. They know that to build and maintain a successful life, they need to take care of themselves in all aspects. It's like the story of the goose that lays the golden eggs. If you don't take care of the goose, it will stop producing eggs. Similarly, if you don't take care of yourself, your ability to generate results will be compromised. Successful people focus on three main areas of their lives. The first is physical well-being. Maintaining good health and staying in shape is essential for anyone who wants to succeed. Without health, you lose the energy and vigor needed to perform your tasks and enjoy the fruits of your labor. The second is personal development. If you pay attention, you'll see that almost all wealthy and successful people dedicate time to personal growth. They are always learning something new, whether to improve their professional skills or their personal lives. The third is emotional balance. Although often neglected, emotional well-being is a crucial factor for success. High-performing people understand that their mind and emotions are just as important as their technical skills. They dedicate time to take care of their emotions, work on their insecurities, and improve their mindset. They know that confidence can be developed and that emotional balance is essential for lasting success and happiness. If you don't take care of your emotions, it will be very difficult to build a prosperous and fulfilling life. If you watched until now, leave a comment saying, "I stayed until the end." I'll be delighted to reply when I see that comment because I'll know that you're on the right path to achieving financial success and that you stayed with me until the end. Now, a special video is appearing on your screen that I prepared with great care for you. I'm sure it will bring great value to your journey, so click and watch it right now. See you soon.